67 civilians were buried in a mass grave on the grounds of a church in the town of Bucha, 50 kilometers away from Kyiv. Some could not even be identified. The mother and the son killed by the Russian invaders were buried in a park in nearby Irpin. Their graves with homemade wooden crosses were dug right next to the fence. This part of Kyiv's neighborhood has been surrounded for 2 weeks by Russian troops, fighting right in the streets of the city and brutally shooting civilians. People are hiding in the basements, without water, food, heating, or mobile communication. The invaders bombed residential areas in Mykolaiv. This is the region center in southern Ukraine. 9 civilians were killed, 13 injured, 7 of them in intensive care. These were mostly older people who were standing in line to buy groceries or withdraw cash. At the same time, there were people killed or wounded by cluster shells from Russian aviation. Residential buildings were also damaged and a bomb fell on a playground. The nearest town of Bashtanka was also hit. Rescuers are examining destroyed private homes to find victims. Invaders also hit a school. The local population is being evacuated. These are deliberate attacks by civilians, which the Ukrainian prosecutor's office records as war crimes. Stop the air bombing of Ukraine, called on his colleagues a Russian military man, a hero of Russia, aviation Colonel Gennady Stern. He asks for the support of his fellow soldiers so that Russia planes will not bomb Ukrainian towns and villages, where dozens of civilians are killed daily.
Мы с вами летали в общем небе, на одних самолетах, с одних и тех же аэродромов. Мы дружили. Украинские военнослужащие, украинские красивые города, миролюбивое украинское население не должны быть в прицелах ваших самолетов. Прекращайте бомбардировки и обстрелы украинской территории с воздуха.
Russian propagandists claim that the residential houses and civilians are not harmed. The footage you see now shows the remains of the town of Volnovaha in the south of Donetsk region. This city no longer exists, although before the war about 100,000 people lived in the area.
Russia attacks not only physically. It has been waging an information war against the world and peace for a long time.
Зона свободной торговли с Европой – это прямая сдача страны, ее разорение.
В подгузниках 44 человека, небритых, пьяных, с теми же самыми шевронами.
Every day, millions of people listen to and read the outright lies of Russian journalists about Nazis in Ukraine, bloodthirsty Europe, and envious America.
Самый неэффективный альянс, который можно себе только представить.
Putin's propagandists stage fake news stories, defacing the main rule of journalism – honesty.
Это первая из нашей страны колонна с гуманитарной помощью мирному населению Украины.
Ребята, кому-то надо, пожрать от оккупантов.
Since the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the amount of Russian propaganda has grown to 90% worldwide. The aim of Kremlin mouthpieces is to spread panic, justify the war, and undermine the world's attitude to Ukraine.
Могут погибнуть мирные люди.
Сейчас в Херсонской области ряд населенных пунктов перешел под контроль очень вежливых людей.
The worst thing is that while the whole civilized world refuses to cooperate with Russia, Russian media are still broadcasting in Europe. The world must know the truth. It has only one interpretation. And Russian TV channels show the opposite.
Особый интерес вызвала детальная информация о реализации США на территории Украины проекта по изучению переноса патогенов дикими птицами.
Turn off Russian propaganda. Say no to fakes and war.